Let's get you the latest when it comes to President Droupadi Murmu. They're asking the Supreme Court to clarify 14 questions of law regarding the powers of the President and the governors. These questions involved setting a timeline for the governor and the President's assent to bills and the use of the Supreme Court's extraordinary powers under Article 142 of the Constitution to deliver complete justice. So she has gone on to ask the Apex Court how it could have had, how could it give such a ruling when the Constitution had no such stipulations. My colleague Nupur has the details.
Supreme Court enjoys three kinds of powers. One is the appellate, another is original, and third is advisory. Now, the most important power of the Supreme Court is the original jurisdiction, where it is vested with powers by the Constitution to adjudicate upon disputes arising between states and center, or any kind of federal issue between two states or more. So the advisory jurisdiction under the Article 143 of the Constitution provides for this particular provision that in case of any question of law that is of public interest, if there is a question that has been arised out of any dispute, the President may write to the Supreme Court and refer certain questions and seek their opinion. Now remember, the Supreme Court's opinion on this reference is not binding under Article 142. So this is the question, legality of this particular reference. But what is the significance? It is in fact a very significant reference, because now this entire reference has now raised question on the Supreme Court's verdict itself. The most important question that the President has raised in the reference is that should the Supreme Court not have constituted a 5-judge bench to answer the questions that were raised before it when it comes to the powers of the President and governors to withhold the assent of the bill. Remember, the Tamil Nadu governor judgment was passed by a 2-judge bench, which was a regular bench. Constitutional bench are constituted generally to answer the key questions that arise out of interpretation of Constitution. Now, the President Droupadi Murmu has written to the Supreme Court while raising several questions on the contentions on the judgment that was made by the Supreme Court in the Tamil Nadu governor's judgment. It has asked the Supreme Court whether should these judgments should have been referred to a 5-judge constitutional bench or not. Now, but it is in fact now Supreme Court's prerogative whether it wants to constitute a 5-judge constitutional bench to answer this question. Whether what it decides to do is solely the Supreme Court's prerogative in this case.